Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel, and in today's episode we're looking at the eBay Autumn Update for 2017. Now this update has only just come out, like I said, in about 2 hours ago, if that's. This is brand new at the time of recording it. The eBay USA update isn't even out yet for fall or autumn, as we would call it. So instead, we're just going to focus today on the UK update, and going forward from there, if and when the USA update comes out, we'll talk about that as well, whenever that may be. I suspect it could be later on today or tomorrow, but we will see. They tend to release them at a similar time. But if you sell on eBay, then this is obviously going to be of importance to you. They've just announced the changes. They tend to do this biannually. They do one in spring, which we covered back in April, I think it was, or March, and they've now released this one in September. So with that said, is it good or is it bad news? Well, there's no fee increases, there's no fee decreases, and there's no category changes or category updates if you're on the UK. So that is largely positive news. However, there's a few other things which you are going to maybe not like. Maybe you will. I don't know. With that said, let's get straight into it. So if you want to check these out, and I do recommend that you do, the link to the page that you need is in the description below. Underneath this video, click the little show more button and the link is down there for you. So firstly, I'm going to share the screen so you can see what I see, and ta-da, we are now on the eBay Autumn 2017 page. So first off, this is it. This is the page here. If you are on Germany, France, Italy, Spain, you can click here and find out what's going on your local updates there. I'm not going to do them, largely because the majority of my subscribers are from the UK, America, and Australia. So probably due to the language. So yeah, guys, but if you are selling on these international sites, the links there are at the bottom for the ones which have been released so far. So let's get started. We'll start at the top and work our way down. Remove watermarks from images. Now, we've updated our picture policy to help create a clear shopping experience for buyers. From the 1st of March 2018, watermarks will no longer be allowed on pictures. They'll monitor pictures for watermarks and notify you when we identify images that don't comply with our updated picture policy. From the 1st of March 2018, sellers who continue to include watermarks images will have their listings removed from search. So again, this is quite serious, isn't it? You don't want to run the risk of having your images or your listings removed from search. It's just going to absolutely plummet. So yeah, start removing watermarks. And again, this is typical of eBay. They've given us a good 6 months. October, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, they give us a good 6 months in order to get your images up to date. If it was me personally, you're now coming into Christmas, Black Friday, or peak time, I would probably leave them, unless you've got some time this month, but I would probably leave them until January onwards. But make sure you don't forget. Put it in the calendar, put it in the diary, and make sure that that you do this, because it is going to be important. It's one of those which eBay have talked about. In fact, we'll end the older screen there. It's something that eBay have spoken about many times before, and not in the case of just watermarks, but other images on your other little, it's not images, other little bits of graffiti basically on your images. eBay have been trying to clamp down on that now for a long time, although they've never really policed it. And it sounds like with this, they are actually going to. I know Evelyn, who won the competition, the mentoring competition in Australia, their pictures are covered with graffiti, with labels, stickers, blah, blah, blah. I personally hate it. I've just got so used to not seeing it. Whereas in Australia, it's perfectly fine to do that. So, but in the UK, obviously, eBay changed the rules so you get the They actually own the rights to your images now. Anything that you upload, they clearly want you to upload nice, pretty images that they can reuse on their marketing, and that includes not having your shop name or website, especially your website, in the watermark. So that is probably not a surprise that that's bringing in. And like I said, it doesn't surprise me that they're going to be stricter on this one for sure. They will police this, and yeah. But like I said, my advice, leave them for now. You've got 6 months. Leave it till after Christmas. Don't mess around with things like this. And once you've got Christmas out of the way and January sales and all that, it's starting to quiet down a bit, then is the time to start sorting those images out. In my opinion, that's what I would do. Right, next up, back to the screen. Off we go. We have expanding our product identifier requirements. Now, again, this shouldn't come as a surprise. They warned us about this. They've warned us about this for about a year. It was mentioned in the spring update, and it's been mentioned since. We're constantly improving eBay to create better matches between your items and buyer searches. That's why I'm expanding the categories in which you must use product identifiers and introducing a number of other improvements. So what you need to know, from September, that's right now, good till cancelled listings won't be automatically renewed if they contain invalid product identifiers. From the 19th of October, you must include product identifiers for all new and revised listings in the seller refurbished condition category, as well as for new and revised listings in used condition as well. That is new news. And from spring 2018, again, another 6 months away, we'll use product identifiers to automatically match new and existing listings to products in the eBay catalog. Say what you want. This is the Amazonification of eBay, but it's generally a good thing. This means that eBay are going to have more static pages. More static pages means it's better for SEO, which means their products have a better chance of showing up in the Google search on the eBay page, which is going to drive more traffic to eBay and hopefully generate more sales. It is a good thing. It also means that for top selling products, if you happen to be lucky enough to be selling one of them, eBay can start running paid promotions, paid ads like AdWords and other promotions against your listings. So eBay are either going to start paying money to generate sales to your products. It's a good thing. And yes, whilst it's a pain, and there are a couple of, although, like I said, granted, not many exceptions, it's a good thing largely. So yeah, good to cancel listings. As I said, they won't be automatically renewed if they don't have product identifiers or if they have invalid product identifiers. There's a little PDF there. I'm not going to download it, but it's a full list of the required product identifiers. So that's good to know. Again, if you're in the seller refurbished or used items, that's talking about the matching your listings and creating extra exposure for bundles and lots. You can gain extra exposure for multiple item listings by creating a bundle, a combination of related items in one listing, or a lot, two or more of the same item. Bundle and lot listings will now be highlighted in the buyer shopping experience, which could help drive more interest in and better conversion of your listings. Opportunities for additional exposure include search results pages and product pages. Learn more about listings, bundles, and lots. And again, I've done another video on the power of bundles, or kits, as I may have called them. They are like dynamite on eBay. So once again, we knew this was coming. We've known this for a long time. This shouldn't be new news to us, and you really should be as prepared as possible for this now. It's already coming into play. Good till cancelled listings will now not automatically renew if the GTIN or the EAN or whatever it is, whatever the barcode identifier is not correct. So this is like final warning time. And yeah, from spring 2018, so I just look at notes there, product identifiers will automatically match new and existing listings in the eBay catalog. Amazonification of eBay, sure, but largely it's a good thing, and you've had plenty of time. If you're not ready, I'm not overly sympathetic. You have had plenty of time. So on to the controversial one. And like I said, some of you are perhaps not going to like this one. Trade your way to selling success. In fact, no, it's not this one. It's the next one. Panic over. Trade your way to. This is largely the promotions manager has a new look. This isn't really big news. If you do use the markdown manager and the promotions manager, there's a nice handy little video there about how to set up a sale event. We're still waiting for a discount box, so you can actually have like a discount code. You can set up your own discount codes and run them through your eBay store. That is still not there on the UK site. But they are obviously looking at how the markdown manager and the promotions manager works. Not really big news. I'm not going to offer any more comment on that. It is what it is. If you use it, watch the video. It has some slightly nicer features, but nothing groundbreaking. Okay, this is the one. Streamlining your after-sales processes. This is blatant PR talk. I'm amazed at how, I mean, eBay must have some great employees. In fact, I know eBay have some great employees, but their marketing department have outdone themselves on this one. Brace yourselves. We're streamlining the way returns and the eBay money back guarantee work, making it quicker for you to handle these requests. From autumn 2017, we'll automatically start accepting some return requests for items when you offer a returns policy. From early 2018, buyers and sellers will be able to ask us to step in and help resolve requests more quickly, and we continue to reward sellers that offer a generous returns policy. That all sounds very nice. Let's have a scroll. Automatic acceptance of returns. As well as saving you time, automatically accepting returns creates a better overall shopping experience for buyers. From autumn 2017, we'll automatically accept return requests on your behalf when buyers change their mind. We'll automatically accept domestic returns only, not international ones. Quick acceptance of returns means buyers send items back to you more quickly. It saves you time accepting return requests and means you're reimbursed more quickly for listing fees. Right, so here is perhaps the controversial ones about these reasons why eBay will automatically accept returns. Doesn't fit, changed my mind, found a better price, I just don't like it, ordered it by mistake. We'll automatically accept returns only if you don't respond to a not as described return request for the following: doesn't work or defective, doesn't match description or photos, wrong item, missing parts, arrived damaged, doesn't seem authentic. Now, currently, the timeframes for these requests is 8 calendar days, and from early next year, it will reduce to 3 business days. For these returns, you'll be responsible for the return postage cost. So, it's not really that bad. They are trying to save you time, but they are getting a little bit involved in your business, in my opinion. For all these ones, like I said, these ones underneath this little statement, the ones where there's a problem with the product, you will be liable for the return cost, as is only fair. If the product is wrong or anything else, it isn't fair on the buyer to have to pay the return cost. However, these ones here, they are saying for these returns, you'll be responsible. For these ones, you'll be responsible for the return cost. But for these ones, the buyer will be responsible for the return cost. And again, you'll be able to offer your buyers a return postage label if you want to return an item for any of these reasons. You can see what they're doing. They're trying to make it easier for people to send items back. And it has been, there are studies out there which show if you offer flexible returns or sort of like no quibble returns policies, people do buy more. The conversion rate goes up. It's a trust issue. And yeah, obviously they're going to resolve eBay money back guarantee requests more quickly, offer free again. And if you offer free returns on your listings, eBay are going to give buyers the option to search for and filter products which have free return policies, and also highlight free returns policies when buyers visit your listings. So again, there is again, jump back to the old face here. There is a benefit to this. It's like if you're offering free returns, you are going to get a boost. You're going to show up. There's going to be a filter, and eBay are going to highlight to buyers those sellers which do free returns. And on the list itself, they're going to highlight, I imagine, just like fast and free. They're going to probably have a nice little sticker somewhere which says, oh, free returns. The guys at eSale Cafe have just announced that US have just released many similar changes. So there we go. I knew it would be coming soon. That might be tomorrow's video. I'll take a bit more of an in-depth look at the US. Hey Dave, I'm removing the old Markdown Manager also. Yes, that is part of the promotions manager update that they're doing. Is it going to be better? Potentially. It is what it is. I just don't think we've seen much. If you're running your business based on a promotions manager on eBay, there's probably something wrong, in my opinion. It's great to run sales on every now and again, but don't rely on it. Anyway, back to the returns. The big one there is obviously eBay are now accepting returns on your behalf, which, like I said, is in some way a good thing. It stops you from getting overly involved with it. But again, it is taking a little bit of the power out of your hands. I don't know. I'm a bit sat on the fence on it. The interesting one for me is the 3-day business days. The 3 business days for return. The current time frame for responding to these return requests is 8 calendar days. That's ridiculous. That is too long. And from 2018, they're going to be reduced to 3 business days. Me and Matt were talking about this just not long ago. We both agree, even 3 business days is a little long. You know, on Amazon, it's 48 hours regardless, you know, including weekends. That is the standard that has been set. eBay should have matched it, really. So again, although it is harder for you if you're a seller, if you're selling on Amazon, you're already meeting those requirements, so you can easily do it for eBay as well. But that's the more sort of contentious one, I'll say, the returns piece. And finally, simplifying buyer feedback. I don't think we need to jump over to the screen on this one. Let's have a quick read through. Building improve your feedback score is great for business. In September 2017, we started rolling out improvements to our leave feedback form. The update includes a better look and feel, 1 click less to leave feedback, and shortened language. At the same time, we've made it easier for you to report buyers, especially when it comes to buyers misusing returns or making unreasonable demands. Yeah, it's one of those. Again, we had an interesting chat before with Matt about this. He hasn't left eBay feedback in a very long time because there's no reason for him to. There's no incentive for him to. I personally do. Anything that I buy on eBay, I do leave positive feedback purely because I know what it's like. I've been there, and I know how damaging like one idiot who leaves a neg can really affect your TRS standing. So I always do my best to give you, if you've been a good seller, I'll always leave you feedback, give you the 5 stars to try and give you the best chance when it comes to your metrics. But yeah, so that they're the main pieces. And then there's a security piece as well, which we did talk about a couple of weeks ago. If you're watching the recording, the link will be up here. It's about the changes to contact information and the policy changes regarding listings, and also creating a more secure eBay. Again, I covered both of these in an earlier video. eBay UK are basically stopping you from putting contact details in your listings, such as email address and phone numbers and all that stuff. They basically don't want you taking transactions off of eBay. Similarly, they are cranking down on the eBay messages. You cannot put links to websites or alternate email addresses or any. Again, they really are trying to plug the leak of people transacting off of eBay. So that's the main one. And then the second one is actually the Google news, which came in that Google are clamping down on the non-HTTPS settings on some listings. If you have HTTP content, which isn't HTTPS, then yeah, if you don't have the SSL content on your listings, Google Chrome is going to flash up a warning telling you that this site is not secure. This isn't an eBay thing. This is a Google thing, but eBay accountants came out and said about half of our buyers use Chrome. So again, it's a large portion of their user base. And they said they do feel that this will negatively impact conversion. Of course it will. If you see a pop-up appear on your screen when you go to an eBay listing and it says elements on this site are not secure, you're going to scare a lot of people off. So eBay are showing you what you need to do in order to make sure you have, don't have HTTP content in your listings and stop any buyers from seeing that warning message from Google. Again, covered that in an earlier video. I will update the description below with a link. It isn't in there at the minute, but in the recording, the link will be in the corner, and it will be in the chat as well, in the description as well. Question from Haz. Did you cover the removing watermarks issue at all? We are basically screwed on this issue as all of our images have our logo at the bottom. Haz, I did. That was the first one I covered. I don't know what to tell you. This doesn't surprise me coming from eBay. They've been trying to clamp down on graffiti on images and watermarks for a long time. They've just never properly policed it. Ever since they announced that in the spring update that eBay would actually now have rights to all the images that you upload to the site, it makes perfect sense. They don't, if they want to be able to use your images for their own means, on their own marketing, on their own paid promotions, they don't want your specific logo, watermark, whatever in there. So again, I'm not surprised by it. Are you screwed? No. The answer is adapt. You have to. You've got 6 months. And like I said, it is a case now where I would leave them. If it, like I said this earlier, I'm sorry to the guys I'm repeating, but I said if it was me, I would leave them until after Christmas. You've got 6 months. Once it's all calmed down in January, you've sorted the returns out and everything else. From January onwards, then is the time when you sort the image problem out. Now, if all of your images have watermarks, it is a bit of a big ask. Get an outsourcer. That's the best possible thing I can tell you. If you're drop shipping, request the images directly from the supplier. If you've got the products yourself, what can I tell you? You're going to have to spend some time taking product images. That's the way it should be. As eSeller Cafe have rightly pointed out in the chat there, it's a Google thing. Google Shopping requires white backgrounds with no watermarks, no graffiti. It's the way e-commerce is going. And unless you're selling in Australia, for some reason, I don't know why Australia seem to get away with this. The ebay.com.au site is just full of watermarks and graffiti all over images. Horrible, in my opinion. 20,000 listings. Ouch. Yeah, it is what it is. But I mean, in your instance, you probably have one image for like 100 different parts due to you being eBay Motors. In fact, I'm not even sure eBay Motors is covered in this rule. I've not even seen it because eBay Motors are sort of like a law unto themselves. I'll double check with Richard because he knows much about eBay Motors than I do. I didn't see them mention eBay Motors in there, which makes me assume that it would be included. But I know previously they've had their own rules when it comes to parts and accessories. But worst case scenario is you're going to have to do it. Outsource if possible. If not, all hands on deck. It's one of those. There is no way around it. The reality is if you don't do it, eBay are going to pull your listings down or remove them from search. So it's either you don't do it and you stop selling, or you do it and carry on. That's unfortunately the way eBay are playing this. Richard said they always excluded it in the past, but it was always a hidden rule. Absolutely. So again, they haven't directly mentioned eBay Motors. I know they've been excluded from this in the past. Not seen, like I said, not seen. They've not specifically mentioned it. You might get lucky, but I would prepare for the worst and have a plan in place to sort the listings out. You like I said, there is no other alternative. Come March, eBay removes all your listings from search. You're going to stop selling pretty much immediately. No one's going to see your products. But you've got 6 months. 20,000 listings in six months is absolutely doable. If you're worried it's too much of an ask, start now. Start with your slower selling products now. Leave your best sellers up. Don't interfere with them. Let them get the sales over the next 3 months. Start, like I said, start with the slower moving ones right now. If you've got volume, 6 months is plenty of time. 6 months is plenty of time to do 20,000 listings. So with that said, those are the eBay UK autumn updates. Let me know what you think. Again, we've had some great chat. Thank you guys for everyone who got involved. If you have any comments watching the recording, let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Is it a good release? Is it a bad release? It's not great. People like Haz are going to have a lot of work to do, and I'm sure there's others watching this right now as well who's going to have a lot of images to get rid of watermarks on. That's a bit of a pain. I think it's a better buying experience personally. The returns, again, from a buyer's point of view, it's great. From a seller's point of view, might be a little bit intrusive. The markdown manager, the promotions manager, it is what it is. It's always going to get changed and updated and everything else. It's neither here nor there, but it's one of those where you're going to have to take action. That's the thing. It's not good. It's not bad. You are going to have to take action. So with that said, if you have any, like I said, comments, questions, let me know down below. I'm more than happy to help. If you've enjoyed this video or at least found it useful, hit that like button. Like I said, Richard just let me know that the US release has been similar. I'll check that in tomorrow's episode. So again, if you're American, come back tomorrow. We'll have a look at the US update for fall. Thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, subscribe if you are new. New content every single weekday. And with that said, I'll catch you in tomorrow's episode. See you then.